we feel guilty way too much in our everyday lives. And this is a problem because when we take things that should be done purely for relaxation or to rest and to take a break from the pressures of trying to always generate value, we are demonizing these things, and that is making it very hard for us to just do anything that feels good. And today, the culture and society is all about being productive, learning faster, studying faster, making money faster. Even people will try to maximize things like falling asleep and sleeping better, and everything has to be better and everything has to serve a purpose. But I want to make a strong argument against that, because I believe that things like video games and delicious foods and other things that we shame ourselves for doing, for consuming, can be good. And they are good. We want these things for a reason. And while these shouldn't be our primary goals in life or primary things that we do in life, these should be things that we take into our lives every single day, and we have something that we do that is guilt-free, that is fun, and that brings us no value or purpose whatsoever. And by going against the grain and doing what feels like it has no purpose, we are actually being extremely productive. Not to say that you should conform and that being productive is the number one thing, but even accounting for the argument that this stuff doesn't bring us any actual value in our lives, that argument is simply not true, because joy is productive. Doing things that you genuinely like keeps you consistent in everything else. An example is, if I was a drummer, which I'm not, and I practiced drums for an hour every day, and then I played violin for an hour, and then I did an hour of homework, and then I did an hour working at my job, and then I slept, and then I got up, went to school, and then did it all again. How much do you think I would improve as a drummer? Because first of all, I would do this for about one day and then quit. But second of all, even if I was somehow able to keep up this insane schedule, I'm pouring so much effort into everything else. Where's that effort going into drumming? I'm not going to be gaining as much value because I have a limited capacity of what I can do. And everyone has this limited capacity. So by replacing violin with taking a bath and replacing something else with, cooking a nice meal and eating it, and it's actually something that's not very healthy, but it's something that I really like and that brings me a lot of joy. And then replacing, some of that school time or some of that homework time with something that I like more, such as playing video games, which is kind of my go-to, and that's one of my favorite ones. By doing that, I'm not only making myself feel better and making my quality of life better, because let's be honest, nobody wants to be grinding on schoolwork and music and whatever it is that you grind on all day. They don't want to be doing that for all the time. Nobody wants to do that. So not only am I going to be happier, but I'm going to be able to give that same hour, that same quantity of practice on the drums, so much more. And this analogy applies for literally everything in our life. Now, am I saying that you should do a lot of these things? No. In fact, this is where my argument takes a big, huge turn. I think you should pick 3 things. And this is where people go wrong. They have video games, they have junk food, they have candy, they have Netflix. And first of all, a lot of these, such as Netflix and stuff, I would disagree with completely because I just feel like they stimulate too much dopamine. But I think you should pick 3 that you love the most, genuinely. So, I like video games. I like baths. Baths are not that highly dopaminergic, and they are very relaxing. More serotonin than dopamine. Video games, people can get addicted to video games. I'm not. I do it in moderation, but that doesn't mean that I barely do it at all, though I have my ups and downs. But I think that everybody, and feel free to take my advice, or just to have this as a general takeaway and to think about this before applying it, but I think that everybody should have about 3. And maybe it could be slightly different for different people, but the baseline is 3. 3 different things that you do guilt-free. And I'm going to say this, people are going to argue, but this is what I believe. When you feel like it, not whenever you feel like it, but whenever you feel like it, that fits into your schedule. So, if I'm supposed to be going back to the drums analogy, if I'm supposed to be practicing the drums, no, I'm not just going to say, I feel like taking a bath. But if I don't have anything to do, any of that time, I don't have to build a schedule, I don't have to do this, any of that time, on a whim, I'm sitting around and I realize there's nothing that I'm technically supposed to be doing on my calendar. Get in the bath, dude. Get on the video games. It'll bring you joy, and it'll balance your life in such a way that you will be able to achieve what you actually care about better, and you will grow in finding what you like, what you don't like, and you will grow in finding a real balance that you can actually sustain. Because working is not sustainable. Have a nice day.